Welcome to Outdoor Gear Chat. We're here for episode 62 on the final day of Kendal Mountain Festival, which is, it's been an amazing experience, amazing weekend. I was absolutely buzzing after we recorded on yesterday, Saturday, wasn't it? It was fantastic. I'm joined as always by Cathy. Hello.
Hi, Wayne. Yeah, really, the 4 days have vanished. They've absolutely flown by, but they have been fun packed. They really have been. It's been such a great time, hasn't it? We've been so lucky to talk to loads of great people, and it goes on today because we are here back at base camp, and we're talking with Kerry Page, who is fundraising officer for Community Action Nepal. Welcome, Kerry.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here and talking to you lovely people.
So you're tucked just inside the front door of base camp, so you've been absolutely right in the thick of it since Friday for you.
Absolutely. It's been busy with footfall. The weather has not been our friend, but everybody's kept their spirits up. It's been an amazing atmosphere. We're so lucky.
Brilliant.
Yesterday particularly was heaving, wasn't it? It was bonkers in there.
Yes, it was. But the people and the audience are so lovely. Yeah. It's an absolute pleasure. It's manic, but it's a pleasure.
So Community Action Nepal has a very fun place in my heart, and also for our business as the Climber Shop and Joe Brown's, because there's a big history there. But before we kind of go into that, it'd be great to hear just how Community Action Nepal was founded.
Absolutely. So it was founded by the legendary Doug Scott, and those who knew Doug will always have a tale to tell about him. Doug was the first man to summit Everest in 1975 the hard way. As we are constantly reminded, it was the hard way.
Yes.
But Doug would never have achieved his dreams without the aid of the Sherpas. And the Sherpas and the Nepalese people, Doug always said the scenery is beautiful, but it's secondary to the people.
Yes.
So he really had an affinity with the Nepalese people. So he started trying to do what he could for the Sherpa community and for the wider community, and it grew from there really. And our work started off in one region. We've now started partnering with the Nepalese government, and we're now working in very remote regions of the Sun Valley and the Newbury Valley because they don't get the tourism. So some of these people are 6 days away from basic healthcare facilities on foot, and that for Doug was a real eye-opener. So at the moment, those are the areas that we're focused on, and we have about 14 health posts and numerous livelihood and agriculture projects. So that's basically how we started, and we've just gone from there, but we do work closely with the Nepalese government. We are all about sustainability, but also reducing donor dependency and being respectful of the Nepalese people and their own communities, rather than just enforcing Western beliefs on them. So we involve the community, we employ Nepalese people, and that sits at the core of what we do, and that honours Doug because that's what he was about.
Yeah, it's absolutely a legacy, and I know I'm not speaking out of turn when Community Action Nepal is considered a gold-plated charity operating in Nepal, and that's the very reason why you're working alongside the Nepalese government to deliver these amazing this amazing help really for people in these really, really remote communities. I was very fortunate to go and visit some of the posts myself. I went out earlier on this year to the Sun Valley and to the Newbury Valley. We visited 6 of the health posts, one of the schools, which was just magical, and we met 2 of the land management team, and it was so interesting. It really made a big difference to my trip, really being able to sit down and talk with all the different nurses. I mean, they're so young, the nurses, and
it's frightening, isn't it?
Yeah, and they are days away from home, and they're a long way from any road, and having a massive impact on the lives of the local people. So it's I can't stress it enough how important the charity work is. So you've obviously had a fantastic show. You've had lots of fundraisers coming to see you and people buying stuff from your stall. How's it been for you this show? Is this your first one?
It's my second. It's my second. So, I feel like a bit of an old hand at it now. But it's been an opportunity to catch up with, we've got so many fabulous supporters. We're incredibly lucky. And our supporters support us for years at a time. So catching up with them, the stall has been manned by myself, but also by volunteers. the atmosphere and the staff at base camp have been outstanding. The footfall has been brilliant, and we've brought on board some new supporters, some younger supporters. We're trying to get our social media footprint up and things like that, so we can continue on Doug's legacy. So doing that and speaking to people, nothing beats that. So it's been brilliant, and we've raised a decent amount of money. I'm pretty sure, don't hold me to it, but I think we've surpassed last year.
Wow.
Which is fabulous. You can't grumble at that.
Yeah.
So we're tired, but we're very happy.
Yeah. Oh.
And you were telling us that was probably partly down to the retro posters that you've had. Sorry, you said we were using the words vintage, and not. I don't think we stretched to antique, did we? But you've had a great big pile of retro posters that have gone down a storm here. Yeah.
Well, we can't call them vintage or antique, really. They were donated to us by John Porter, who is an incredible supporter of Community Action Nepal. He also happens to be one of my lovely neighbours. So he donated these posters and said, just get what you can for them, but they're very old-fashioned. They're not, they're retro. So we've been giving them out, and especially the younger supporters, they love them. So we've been just giving them away for donations, and people have been so incredibly generous. So anybody that has come and got a poster from our stall, please, thank you so much, because we really appreciate it. It's made the world of difference to us. And thank you, John. And see, I was right. People love them.
Make sure you get that last word in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So if people want to continue to fundraise or to support Community Action Nepal, how can they do that?
So the main area to get involved with is fundraising for us. So whether you're a runner, a cyclist, we've recently just done a dog walking challenge because the Nepalese celebrate the Day of the Dog, which I love because I love dogs. But, you know, even if you want to be sponsored to walk your dog 3 miles a day, anything that you can think of, we just love you to get involved. We offer so much support as well. Our email address is info@can.org.uk, and we can support you in any way we can. But just get fundraising for us. We'll share it on our social media, help you out, but anything that you can think of. Be as outlandish as possible.
Oh, that's great. And of course, if you are considering going on a trek to Nepal, there is your sister company, Community Action Treks, who I went out with in the spring. And I have to say, the Nepalese team there, from start to finish, it was just the most amazing experience. We were looked after like queens. It was just fantastic. And I think it just gave it a real extra dimension, as I said earlier, I wasn't just going on a trekking holiday, I was interacting with people in their everyday lives. We had personal interpreters with our guide and our porter who were just wonderful with us the whole time. And it really made the whole experience so much more enriched as a result. So
absolutely. And Community Action Treks is a not-for-profit. It is run as a business, but it's a not-for-profit because every penny of profit from those ethical and sustainable treks, every penny of profit comes back to Community Action Nepal.
Yeah.
So we work very closely with them, but all of our staff that work tirelessly on Community Action Treks, the majority of Nepalese, we only have one person in the UK, but we pay fair wages and support them.
Yes.
So it's really a great way to see Nepal, but also to see our projects. And the two combined is a very enriching experience, as you've seen, Cathy.
Yeah, and it just helps you give back even more, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it has been brilliant to have you talk with us today, Kerry. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem at all. It's been lovely to have a bit of a rest, if I'm honest.
Well, we are very grateful to Kendal Mountain Festival for providing us at Outdoor Gear Chat this opportunity to record all these podcasts over the weekend. I think we've done 13 in 4 days, haven't we, Wayne?
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Holding out, isn't it? You can learn more about Community Action Nepal and Community Action Treks by typing those words into your favourite search engine, and that will take you directly to their websites that are just full of information, full of the history of Doug and the great work that they do. You can also find out more about the link between Community Action Nepal and our shops, the Climbers Shop in Ambleside, on our blog, which has a whole information about the history and the links of how we try to do our bit to support Community Action Nepal as well. And you can find that at www.climbers-shop.com.